Okay, on page 560, we are going to measure to the nearest inch, which means we are looking at the ruler here, okay, and you are looking at the string segment here. And we are looking at what number our end line comes closest to. This is our start, this is our end. We measure from the 0 on to figure out the length. And obviously our string is past 1 inch, but it doesn't quite reach 2 inches, okay? But this end line is closer to 2 than to 1, which means this is about 2 inches, okay? So that's an estimation. So if we come down here and use our ruler on this line, on this string segment right here, okay, and I lay this up against here, you can see that that end mark comes past the 3, but it's not closer to 4 than it is to 3, and it's definitely way past 2. So number 1, the nearest inch would be 3, okay? Let's come down to number 2. We mark right at the start line where it says start here, okay? And we're going down to the end line. If you see, that does not come all the way to the 4, but it's much farther past 3 than it is closer to 4. So we are definitely almost 4 inches. So your nearest inch is going to be 4 inches. You want to write down your nearest inch that is closest on the ruler. Okay, so you're going to go through and do the rest of this page and page 561 the same way. When you come down here at the bottom, number 9 says measure the length to the nearest inch. How much shorter is the ribbon than the yarn? So first of all, when we're talking difference, how much shorter? What does difference mean? Go back and remember your math terms. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So I'm going to look at the string and measure that. Then I'm going to look at the ribbon and measure that. Then that means I have to subtract the ribbon length from the string length. That's going to tell me what the difference is between the two. It's going to give me the measure that's right here, okay? Next page. This wants to know how much longer is the red string than the blue string. I want you to look at these because they have these in different shapes, not just straight lines. So when I measure my red string, I have to start here and measure this first part and add that to this, okay? They're going to be estimates. It's going to be an estimate about how much longer. So you're looking at the difference between this string and this string after you measure the whole thing, okay? Number 12. Mr. Grant's pencil is 5 inches long. Is this Mr. Grant's pencil? Use an inch ruler to find out. Use the numbers and words on the tiles to make the sentence. So first of all, we have to measure the pencil to see, oops, again with the metric. Sorry, that's the wrong side of the ruler. So if we mark from the start, and wow, are we even getting close at all to 5 inches? We are not. This is actually closer to 2 inches than it is even to 3 inches. So this is definitely not Mr. Grant's pencil. So you need to use these boxes up here to fill in your blank here and your blank here, okay? And I know you guys will have no problem with this because you are smart cookies. Page 563, it wants you to measure with ruler. Go ahead and do this page because it's good practice for you using the ruler and learning how to measure with it. And 564 is your lesson check. Remember, those lesson checks are important because they review old skills as well as new.